all over. It's so sad. It's heartbreaking to know that it's come to an end, and we need to start a new life. It's so overwhelming. You don't have a break at all to settle all of these things. So this is what we call adulting. So it's very hard. Yeah.
The
But-
transition is not so smooth.
No, at all.
Student to adult real quick.
I would like to add my experience. I think when I first came here, I thought I will just be joining Bersatu as a supporter, as a main supporter. I mean the lead supporter. I'm very good at that.
You're listening to Samsa Podcast, your one stop for everything Malaysian in Christchurch and all over New Zealand. I am your host, Shakilin Ghazali. Stay with me as we dissect different topics with all kinds of people. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi. Kia ora and good morning to our viewers and listeners. So today we are going to do the 14th episode of Samsa Podcast. So today we have two guests along with Nedi, which is our host today, alongside with me as a co-host. So it is 12th of July 2021, lovely Monday morning. We are currently at the EPS library, which is the library in the University of Canterbury. And our main topics today are Keas, Malam Malaysia and Bersatu. So we will discuss those further after this. So first I pass to Nelly to start the conversations.
Okay, hello. My name is Nadira. You can call me Nadi. So I want to know you guys. Your names, your age, and what did you study here?
Hi everyone, I'm Nurin Nadia Rusman, but usually people call me Nunat. I'm 22 years old and I'm a past student. Just graduated from Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in Information Systems.
Hi, my name's I'm Aizat Birazali. People call me Aizat and sometimes people call me Derp or nickname. I will be 22. This
23rd.
22 in upcoming 2 weeks. On 23rd July. Yeah. And same as Nurin, I am a past student for Bachelor of Commerce and majoring in Information Systems. Yeah.
Where do you guys come from?
Well, I was born in KL, but kind of grew up in JB, but now my family is back in KL. Inshallah, mami. Sorry. Not KL.
How about you, Isaac?
So I lived in Putrajaya and it's been living there since I was born till now. So yeah.
So, let's dig in. Why do you guys choose Christchurch? Why UC?
You want to start first?
Well, first and foremost, I think when we were in QSB, we have only 3 options of uni, which is in Auckland, Valley, and Christchurch. Well, for most of the time in QSB, I've always been wanting to go to Wellington.
I know.
Yeah. But then I rejected Auckland at the first glance because I think Auckland is a bit like a too city for me because I've always been living in the city, so I want to experience a new environment. Yeah. And also the competitiveness in Auckland, I can imagine it, and I don't really like how that's gonna be. So I've settled for Wellington, but then suddenly I changed my mind to Christchurch because I think Christchurch Uni is what I imagine what my university would like to be, which is it's in a campus, not like a city campus in Wellington, right? So I think most of the thing is because of the university, and also I think the people that are going to come with me. So obviously my best friend here, Nelly, is choosing Christchurch as also. I feel like be a shirt, and also like my here Isaac is also using it. So I think also the university and the people are coming here, so I think why not just Christchurch? Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, same reason as Noreen, but at first I would prefer to choose Wellington because people would say like Wellington is like Putrajaya, but some people would say that. So but I would like to try to step out from my comfort zone, so I choose Christchurch. And also, there's one time back in Malaysia, we would have some reunion with our past KYS alumni from Stars. So we meet with them, and then the guy from Christchurch from UC would promote UC so good that it causes most of the guys would choose UC as their first choice. So not to mention the house rent here is much more lower compared to Wellington and Auckland. We don't have to pay water like Auckland. So and also Christchurch, surrounding the environment is far more better for me because I would like to enjoy the colder environment especially. So yeah, that's why of the reason why I choose Christchurch.
So your second choice is?
Wellington.
Oh, Wellington. Wellington.
Same.
Same. Same.
Oh no, why you choose Christchurch?
Why I choose Christchurch? Because the boys choose Christchurch. The boys including Taufik. Okay. And same story lah. First, we actually pasted UW's logo.
On our because back in Malacca we were like roommates and and then we like printed like this whole poster on Canva like University of Wellington, University of Wellington, and posted it on our cupboard. That's so funny.
Yeah. And then when we decided to go to UC, we tear it off. Okay.
Just one more. So Isaac mentioned that you were convinced by the stars. Senior. Can I know who that is? You wanna,
That's so hard.
do you remember?
I don't remember, but I know they are from Stars. It's just that it's hard for me to catch names. Sorry. But yeah.
But yeah, that's good. Lady.
Move on. Let's talk about Keas. How many Keas are there?
Well,
Oh, not the birds.
well, the bird is very.
Our batch.
Okay, so Keas is actually our batch back in when we were in KYSB, KYS Business School. So from the best we can recall, Keas have 72 members. Yeah.
Plus minus, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, where did you get the name?
We have a funny story back actually from Keas. We are like usual. We would have some suggestions, names to choose for our batch, and Keas is one of them. And there are other names such as
Incredibles,
Paragon.
Paragon.
So it's quite unique. So after we voted, and then we got Keas, and actually one of our lecturers suggested that name. The lecture name is Jinx. And he suggested that name for us because he said that we are quite cheeky as we are. So that's why one of the reasons why we got that name, Keas. Yeah, you know.
Oh, by the way, can I do the proportion of males compared to females?
Wow.
Proportion.
What do you?
We're
How many there?
we have
Yes.
72 members in Keas, right?
Yeah.
And
How
there's
many
only 4.
boys?
How many boys?
Hastings,
13. Yeah,
Yes.
13 boys.
Out of 72, there's only 13
Yeah.
boys.
Is it 1/7? I don't know. Yeah.
Because for remarkables, it's 20 out of 60.
Oh.
Oh.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Not too bad, but still. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Good. Okay. How many other Keas that came to UC and how many other in other universities?
Also, for Keas, because there's like 72 of us, and that among that is like 10 of us is like privately funded. So another 62 from JPA scholars, and JPA like kind of like distributed equally among all the unis. So UC got like 21 people, and in Auckland we got like, is it 20, 21, something like that, also 21. And in Victoria University we have like 20 plus the 10 privately funded. So for our batch, the most is in Victoria, total of 13 people. Yeah.
I would like to add from that one, since Keas boys only has like 13 people. So in Christchurch we have 4 people. Auckland has 4 people, and in Wellington we have 5 people. So basically we have a little small group of men from Keas.
Just
In
one
the
house.
In each uni.
One house each contingent.
So basically we in Auckland we have 1 house of boys, 1 house in Wellington, 1 house in Christchurch. So yeah, basically.
A strong but small but strong community.
Yes. Tell us about the different degrees that we will offer in KYS, because knowing that in KYS they only offered accounting, right, for our batch. So tell us about it.
So the offered course to us is quite unique because after Remarkables, there was us, yes, and they offered actuarial science, economics, finance, accounting of course, and information system. So information system is quite a unique course, I would say, because it started and it stopped right there. Meaning that our batch is the one that offered this course, but for our juniors, they stopped offered that course to them. Just depend on them what if they want to continue to do some major or minor. So yeah.
So you guys studied information systems. How did you get there? Interesting story.
Yeah, it is
Yes.
a very interesting story
It
because like initially when we actually apply for the, so I mean like most of us like under JPA scholarship, right? So when we actually apply, so the science major students from high school, most of us actually applied for actuarial science because I think that's the one that actually we can apply because the other is like finance, accounting, and we don't have basics on that. But when then we went to interview and all, but suddenly when we get the offer letter, it stated that information systems, and like most of us, I mean like all of us are very confused and what course is this and what are we gonna do with this course and all. But yeah, eventually we just I mean like everyone said just apparently just took it and just go with it. And yeah, when I came here and learn of this, I think I kind of like it. Like
You
kinda
fell in
like
love
it,
with it?
yeah. I think it's okay. I think, and after actually finishing the studies, I think it's actually a great degree and like at a great timing.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's a great timing for information system.
Yeah.
Go do data science and information system.
Yeah, not to mention that for the information, okay, from Keas, actually 30 people who were offered to this course actually, and this
Info.
actually,
Oh.
so 30 people offered this course,
Oh.
and actually these 30 people who applied for actuarial science.
Yeah.
So these 30 people did not get actuarial science. We've been offered the information system. So actually, so basically, only 10 people were offered actuarial science, and they are in Victoria, in Wellington.
Yeah.
In a way, I would glad not to continue actuarial science because most of our friends there are struggling and stressful with the actuarial science subjects. as they were extremely hard.
Yeah, it was
But,
tough.
yeah.
It's tough.
But yeah,
Actual science is like statistics.
Yeah.
You guys took statistics.
Don't remind them of that. Less COVID for that.
Okay. So talk about that. So the batch below us, Fuse. Do you have anything to say about them?
So the lovely Fios, we would say our juniors, they are, what, how to say it? They are many compared to us. I mean, they are much more because they are, assuming they are what, more than 100?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
100. Yeah, compared to us, from 60 to 70, and then they are
Yeah.
100. So,
And the men are quite legend.
Yeah.
ah,
I mean, like, they kind of look like balance between
Oh.
the male and female, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the exact number, but from the looks of it, it looks like kind of balanced.
yeah, and we have a special bond actually between Keas and Fios because some of them are one of our best friends as well. But it's quite sad because since the pandemic, they could not come to
Yeah.
New Zealand, so it's very stressful. Not for them. I mean, for them especially, and for us as well because we don't have.
Continue to pass on.
Yeah, we don't know how to
Yeah.
continue to pass our
Legacy.
generation.
Our things lah.
Basically, yeah. But it's like the 1 year bond that we actually created back in QSB. Like, we wanted them to be continued here, but I think it's such an unfortunate event that they can't even come here to actually experience what we have experienced and to actually share everything, like one for one more year here together. I think that's a sad thing.
The only thing that we could do is like we check in on them, like how's your studies, and we've been passing notes virtually through drives. So I mean, we could do more, but at least one step on in another.
Yeah.
So.
I hope they'll get the chance to fly soon.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
So you guys are reaching. It's July. So you guys are reaching the end of 2 years. We. Okay. So how do you feel about separating from most of Keas, and now that you finish your degree? What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel?
is that?
Two words: mental breakdown. So that's basically it. You've been spending most of the times 2 years with Keas in Malaysia and 2 years here with all of it's so sad. It's heartbreaking to know that it's come to an end and we need to start a new life. So and it's very stressful because some of us might stay and most of us will go home back in Malaysia. And there are, not to mention all of the things that happen after finals, like Bersatu, and then need to settle all the visas, all with housing problems, and etc. It's so overwhelming. You don't have a break at all to settle all of these things. So this is what we call adulting. So it's very
Yeah.
hard, yeah.
The
But-
transition is not so smooth.
No, at all.
Student to adult real quick.
Yes.
So it's very stressful. I don't know what to say, but it's just that you have to wake up and face the reality. So you need to stay strong, and that's what you have to do. I mean, you still have them virtually.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still.
We're one call away.
Yeah, just one call away, one FaceTime away.
Yeah, one FaceTime away. So, okay, good night.
Okay.
What would you like to add from that one?
I think like for this past month, it's been like physically exhausting and also mentally exhausting. I
Yeah.
think most of us can agree with that. Yeah, I think as that pretty much sums up everything that I want to say. Like, it's very like mental breakdown. I mean, like I mean, like meeting our friends, like lots of us back in Bersatu the other day was like
Oh,
a very like sad moment for me, but it's also a very happy moment. I don't know, you know, that kind of mixed feeling. Yeah, I just hope that we all gonna be
yeah.
good.
Just like the disclaimer, Bersatu is when we. It is the only chance that we from other contingents, you know, where Keas is separated. So that was the only time that we come together. Like most of us come together there. So it was the last time we saw most of them.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm one call away. Okay. Do you have anything to add, Shah?
Yep, I have something to add. So you said that some are going home and some, most are going home, but some are going to stay. So what is the situation on that? Because I heard that you guys have to go home, but yeah, what is the situation?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we can come back.
So the thing is, we the GPA scholars have a contract saying that after we finish studying, after we get the result, we need to send the results and then we will send home. But there are some of us would like to appeal to stay until graduation because when we go back to our beloved country Malaysia, we cannot come back here because of the border issue. So that's one of the reason why people would apply or appeal to stay here until graduation. So surprisingly, I thought that most of them would like to stay until graduation, but turns out that most of them want to go back home. So the only person that would stay here are just, I mean, in Auckland there are like less than 5 people. Wellington, most of them will be staying there.
Yeah, only 5 going back.
That's a unique one. And in Christchurch, assuming like six people will stay in here. So that's why some stay and some go back home because of that.
Just one more. So I saw some of your posts on social media about the graduation that the international.
Wow.
Mini graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Uh,
It's an interesting event.
yeah.
Never happened before.
So it's actually, they call it like a completion ceremony because of our QSB and UC program. I mean, like all of us are. It's a twinning program, right? So they call it just a completion ceremony. So for this year, it's kind of like special because we were allowed to wear the regalia. This is because one of our info lecturer, Malaysian, Anusha, she like suggested and asked if we wanted to just have a mini graduation sort of thing. So, right, obviously most of us want it because we were not sure whether they can like come in even in April next year to come in for the graduation. So they just wanted the mini graduation. So she suggested the idea to UC Business School, and apparently they agreed, and we got to have the completion ceremony while wearing the regalia, but of course no graduation cap because it's not an official graduation year. But I think that's a good thing because we can actually like have like a memory photos with everyone that marks our end of studies. I think it's very cool. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Credits to them.
I would like to add to a special thanks to UC Business School,
Yes.
and everyone that handled this event for us. It's a very memorable event. Thank you so much for that.
Special shout out.
Special shout out for you guys.
Thank you. Okay.
That's all.
Let's move on to the next topic. Being the VPs of SAMSA. How did you guys end up in this position? You guys didn't ask for this.
Yeah, so apparently during the annual grant meeting, they actually have like list of candidates that have actually been sent earlier than the AGM, but they also opened for like on the spot nomination. So I kind of like one of that nominees, and yeah, I just go up front there and introduce myself and answered some of the few questions there, and yeah, they voted. Yeah, I think that's it.
Is that?
Yeah, same as her. People would nominate it and then
You guys end up in the position because people trusted you guys. Applause!
yeah. Trust is a huge word
Yeah.
actually when handling this position. Like vice president is not a small position. It's huge. So most of the responsible are handled to us and especially our president. So um, it's very hard to handle this position. I'm not sure if we're doing well or not, but I believe that we do we done our best.
Yeah.
So that we can.
Did you guys have any like achievements or goals that you guys have achieved? In some any, celebrate the small wins.
Yeah, I think it's quite a challenging semester like for us because it's actually like our last semester. I think like for everyone, last semester is like the most challenging because you like have many stuff to do, and the fact that we're juggling this position for our semester. So I think most of SAMSA committees is also like in our batch. I mean like in the last semester, I think for us to actually put out like most events and I mean like we have events like every month with the with the added stress of studying. I think
That's an
I
achievement.
think that's an achievement for us.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about the challenges being the VPs? Any, or simply being an executive member of SAMSA? You know how we think it's just a club. It's just easy to run it, right? No, it's not. Why is it not?
No, it's not easy because it's extremely hard. Because okay, contradictory, back in KYS, Nurin's actually one of the vice president in KYS, and I'm one of the executive members from the student council as well. But comparing from KYS student council to SAMSA's organization, it's two different things because in universities club has a protocol SOPs that you need to follow. So those are one of the challenges because you need to follow through those things and you need to make sure that everything's right before do anything. So and also most of the challenges that we always have meetings and the meetings are the one that we need to discuss everything because without those meetings we could not achieve something. Basically it's like organization behavior. So like but compared to KYS, when we want to have a meeting then it's easy because okay, how about tonight? Yeah, on
Because everyone is there.
Yeah, as if everyone's
no
there.
responsibility.
Yeah.
No other responsibility.
Yeah.
I think the thing that actually because in SAMSA we have like different people having different doing different calls and having different personal issues and all. But back in KYSB, like maybe like there's 12 of us in the council, right? Okay, like maybe like the 12 of us is studying the same thing, so we have like the same assignment, the same thing, so we know what how we actually have to manage our time. It's like the same. And also, here as being the SAMSA executive, we have like to serve like more than around 100 people like that. But just back in KYSB, it's only like a very small group, and also like most of us is our friend. I mean, like not most. I mean, like all of us are friends.
Yeah.
But here in this organization, and we know each other. But here in SAMSA, it's not like we actually know. We know people, but they're not actually our friend, and we don't really have like that same connection as how we have the connection back in our batch. I think that's one thing. Yeah, like one of the challenges. I think.
Okay. If you can take away like one lesson being an executive member in SAMSA, what is it? Just one lesson. Any lesson.
I think for me the lesson is for me to be a bit more proactive and just do what I think is right, because I think during my time here in Samsa, I kind of like the one I did my job, but that's it. I kind of like did my job, but did not. I did not do more than that when I know I should or I can. But yeah, I think I should be more proactive.
Okay.
Yeah, basically same as Noreen, because VPs are basically the one that always the second man or from the president. So we do our job, but so what's next? So
Yeah.
that's the what's next thing is actually we should control. I mean, we can control it. That's just one thing that we learn from being the vice president. So we need to be more proactive to to make some success.
But I think it's quite hard because this is an organization which is non-profit, so we don't actually earn, anything from it. Not much, not in money wise. So I think that's hard, and the fact that you guys did at least your job, that's a good thing.
Gaining experience is a huge thing from
Yeah.
Samsung.
Yeah.
From downfall to up there, the mountains. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of things when you're joining Samsas, because handling an organization is not easy, I would say, because if you want to compare with previous years in high school or college, it's totally different, So in universities, if you have the chance to join in any clubs and be one of the executive members, try it, because you never know how hard it is. I mean,
It
to
will
handle
boost
an
your growth.
organization.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You will learn so much.
so much,
much.
so much. So basically, by joining clubs or being the executive members there, you will learn more about yourself. So you'll be better. Yeah. Like for me, being the vice president too it's not an easy job, I would say. And I learned a lot what to do and what not to do. So for the next upcoming future, I think the experience that I gain now would be a very valuable part for me to use in my life. Not just to mention when interviewing, oh, I become so yeah, the experience is you can use in your life. So,
Actually, I want to add something. So, what Isaac said that in Samsung, like you have like a specific job scope, and you just do your job scope, and you don't really know what to do beyond that. But actually, that is part of the structure of Samsung, in my opinion, because Zarif, which was part of WAMSO last year, so he is the president. You guys if you know Zarif, which was he appeared in the 13th episode, which does not come out yet. So he said that so WAMSO he like restructured the WAMSO so that it's a smaller group, but there are no defined job scope, like defined position. They are just a group, so anything they want to do, they just have to discuss between them at that point. So there's no like a job scope for the whole year already. So I think that's I guess the pros and cons of both kinds of structure of organization.
yeah.
But all in all, I think you guys have done a good job. Yeah,
There we go.
that's a different kind of situation.
Yeah, and I would totally agree with Shakiri, because from the what I've seen, compared like Samsung and Bumso's organization structure is totally different, because they have only five.
Yeah.
Five people in
The
control.
exec,
The execs, while we have like almost
15.
15 in exec. We have more heads compared to them, but yeah, the way we would organize stuffs, the way we handle events are totally different, but in the end we still have achieved the same target and goal. So it's a great thing. Kau bongsu juga.
That's it for me.
So talk about Samsa. We come to Malam Malaysia 2021. So since Malam is not like happening this year, because it was supposed to actually traditionally we would have Malam Malaysia in September, right?
Yeah.
In September, but we tried to push it like earlier, and apparently it won't happen because of other circumstances. So what do you guys plan for for replacing Malam Malaysia, since people are expecting it in July?
So since Malam Malaysia is not happening this weekend, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we've prepared or come out with is an event which what we call appreciation night, where we would appreciate all of the efforts from the Malam committee that have been put their effort, their time to do this event. But sadly, it's not coming. An event, but we're creating an appreciation night for them and for Bersatu players as well. So the event is actually the same day as Malam Malaysia, which is on 17th of July, this Saturday. So it is open to all of our members and especially to our Malam Malaysia committees and Bersatu players. And there will be foods, games, and everything there. So and also I would like to add that since during Bersatu we didn't get the
Medal.
medal, so and the certificates that were received that day, so supposedly during the appreciation night is the one that we could give you guys the certificate, to give you all the certificates and medals if we managed to get from
Yeah,
OMSA.
we're trying to
We're trying to get from OMSA. So yeah, come to appreciation night, guys. So it's the one that we appreciate you guys. So it's open for everyone actually. So people can come.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so for appreciation night, it's gonna be on 17th of July, starting at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
6 p.m. in Encore Drawing Office. So we've decided the theme to be Kampung Masuri. So come in with your traditional clothes or kampung style clothes, anything. Yeah, and have fun with us.
Yeah. Come. Actually, I would, before the appreciation night, I would like to say a bit about Malam. Because, so Malam should be on, supposedly, like yearly, will be on September. But this year, the reason why it been pushed to July is two main reasons for me. Because the first one is that at that time, I thought that I'm going back on July. So I need to finish all this job for July. And the second reason is that I heard that since Bersatu is going to be in Christchurch next year, so it would be nice to put Malam Malaysia in July as a preparation for next year's Malam. You guys understand what I'm saying here? So basically, it's a preparation for next year's Malam because it would be superb if Bersatu and Malam would be combined together next year. So, and to be honest, it's going to be extra hard for next.
For next year, because
Yeah.
nobody's coming.
Yeah.
So it would be a challenge for next executive actually, but that's the reason why I put Malam to July because it's a preparation so that you can control. You know what to do for next year when you add a huge event like Bersatu. How would you control that? So it's a thing that you guys need to think. So basically that's one of the reasons why I would bring it there. So but now
It's okay.
Malam is
It also didn't see the COVID, the COVID impact would hurt us so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Not having like people coming. At first, I thought it wasn't a problem until I'm in Samsa, and all of the events meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can.
Without people, no event.
Yeah, we can make an event. We can organize an event, but if there's no people coming, what's the point of the
Yeah.
event? Yeah.
That was tough. But I applaud you for the brilliance, the hard work.
You too, Neddy.
You too. Marketing officer, guys.
Anything to ask, Sha?
Like, yeah, how far up into the production has already been done? Like, how many
Actually,
the rehearsals?
I mean, like for the performance side, I'm actually in the dance team and also the cast team. So for dance, we have Isaac is also in the dance team. He danced for the Malay dance. So for the dance team, we have like prepared 3 dance, but only 2 and only 1 have fully completed, which is the Indian dance. And for Malay dance, it's almost like 70% completed. And for Chinese dance, no, we haven't really started it yet, so I think that's okay. And as for the cast members, I think our progress has already been like 60s to 70s. Yeah, I mean, because we have actually run through all the script and have actually tried to act, but without the props and also without the proper run through. I mean, just like scene by scene, not like the whole run through. So I think the progress is quite like almost more than half,
Yeah.
or half like that.
It's heartbreaking to know.
Yeah.
Because another mental breakdown has been passed through. I feel like. So actually, yeah, it's heartbreaking to see that because of the circumstances that we've had.
It's actually unavoidable not having people here. It's a really huge part.
So
It's okay. It's
But,
okay.
yeah, by the way, if you guys haven't seen their performances in Malam 2019, you guys can check it out in Samsa YouTube. So, like, yeah, you guys are the main
Yeah, they are the main
of
cast.
the Malam 2019, and yeah,
Anjay!
yeah. They already done their part, but unfortunately they cannot do more for this year, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, move on maybe.
So recently we did. You guys mentioned that we just got back from Bersatu. Bersatu Games. So congratulations on us for getting 3 goals, 7 silvers, and 5 bronze.
Okay,
Good job.
Congrats, Samsa.
Nice one.
How was it? How was your first Bersatu experience? It was supposed to be second.
Yeah, I was supposed to be second. I mean, like, yeah, I think most of us Keas can agree with that when we came. When we came to New Zealand, the Bersatu Auckland 2019 just ended, and we were like very excited and looking forward for the 2020 Bersatu. But then COVID happens and we can actually avoid that. So when this Bersatu game is like our first and last Bersatu. So we were very excited to actually like experience how is it gonna be with everyone coming together to actually like compete and actually meet everyone and like feel the atmosphere, the sport atmosphere and like all the yeah, I think it's a very nice experience lah for me. I like it.
Yeah.
You like your first Bersatu experience?
Oh, I loved it. So, because so Bersatu is okay. How to say this? But yeah, Bersatu is the one like what do we say? It's like a mini Olympic, but it's just for Malaysians here in New Zealand. So for me, this is my first time. Okay, my first time to be participate in
Mini Olympic.
Mini Olympic. Like this is the first time I will be competing, and by joining sports, that I will be compete. It's like so fun. So
Yeah.
and it's in New Zealand, guys. So who will be stress about that.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. So yeah.
I would like to add my experience. I think like when I first came here, I thought like, oh, I will just be joining Bersatu as a supporter, as like a main supporter. I mean like the lead supporter. I'm very good at that. But then the fact that suddenly I decided to join, even though just like a futsal woman together with Nadia, I think like that's a great milestone and achievement for me to actually like join a sporting competition event. Yeah. So I think I tried something
yourself.
new. I tried something new.
Yeah. She doesn't do sports, but she did it.
And she managed to get bronze, guys. She got bronze for futsal female. Oh my god. Yeah.
What sports do you play?
Okay. Frisbee. And also, me and Nuri participated in debate.
Oh yeah, that's so new.
It's like, to be honest, at first we would like, we would say, huh? Why debate in Bersatu? But it's like, but by participating in debate competition as well, it's like mental. It's exhausting our mental as well because we need to prepare everything from scratch because we don't know anything about debate. But by competing in debate, we learn how to speak in public with structure. But yeah.
I think the structure and the content is like the hardest part for me because I think talking is talking is like we are doing now. It's talking, but like for debating, it's not just like talking. It's actually the content and how you structure and how you like to convince people on trusting your ground. So I think that's a hard thing.
Yeah.
Kudos to everyone that can debate.
True, that's true. So, to be honest, I would like to end about the debate part. So, the debate team is like me, Nurin, Aida, and Akasha. So, all of us is new to debate except for me and Aida because we've debate back in Malaysia. But it is surprise to learn that how fast Nurin and Akasha would catch up with us. So it's like debate with a structured debate. It's easy to understand because for example, there's one motion about politics saying that this house believe that all elections should be suspended during
During a time of public health crisis.
Yeah, during public health crisis, like severe health crisis. That it's like when you learn that motion, it's like of course we should suspend all election to prevent this thing to happen. But we were the opposition team, so we would think oppositely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we managed to win that round, so we won that round. We won that round. So it's like how by learning the structured way how to think uniquely to win this thing is an experience, I would say. So it's a great thing. Try it out.
Despite being newbies,
Yeah.
they managed to win one round.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
What position did you guys finish for debate?
Actually, there are 5 teams.
Yeah.
So
We didn't won, so we're not sure. We confirmed the number 1 and number 2, so like the three other teams. There's the 3 of the contingent have 1 wins.
OMSA,
the 3 of them have 1 win. So, but ended up OMSA got the 3rd place. So I'm not sure within us and EMB which one is the 4th of it.
yeah, so
Because like the 3 of us have 1 wins.
so we were fighting for bronze.
Yeah.
But I don't know how.
Maybe the marks, yeah.
Maybe the
Got
condition, yeah.
So what medals do you guys got? Did you guys got from Bersatu? Each of you guys.
Frisbee?
Actually, frisbee we got bronze medal. So okay.
So we futsal women we got bronze. Yeah.
As well.
So basically we bring 1 medal, bronze medal each.
At least got lah.
So,
In your one and only Bersatu experience,
Yeah,
one
it's
medal.
1 medal. Oh. This time got the medal. Sports event.
So during the opening and closing ceremony, there was a performance from UC, right?
Yeah.
From SAMSA. So who conducted the performance? What did you guys perform?
So for the performances, it's actually a Chinese. For the opening, we did a Chinese dance performance, and for the closing, it's the Indian dance performance. So the performances are actually the performances that we have been practicing for Malam Malaysia, and since the Otago Bersatu Council know about the we're cancelling our Malam Malaysia, they reach out to us and actually ask if we would like to perform for the ceremonies for the opening and closing. So we actually agreed. So the one that had actually been being the leader of the performance, actually one of our SMSA members, Marsha and Awin. So the performances for the Indian performances, I actually been training. I mean, like almost a month. I'm not sure. Almost a month, right? I think it's almost a month because we're practicing it like every week for Malam. The one that have actually been completed. For Chinese dance, actually we only train it for like 3 days or 4 days because there's only like 3 of us, so like we train on our own. So I think that one is quite it's quite I mean like rush, but yeah.
3 days.
3 days more.
Yeah,
days
3
of-
days to
3 days
perform
of
in
practicing.
huge crowd.
Yeah.
Imagine, wow.
Applause. Okay, talk about the jersey, our SAMSA jersey. Who created it?
So it's one of our SAMSA's members as well. His name is Aizat Razi. He designed one of the jerseys, and actually I'm wearing one.
Okay,
So,
show it.
I can.
Yeah, so
Wow.
It's yeah. Ta-da! So it's one of the cutest and nicest jersey because there are elements from Malaysia and New Zealand elements that they will combine. So it's a kudos to Aizat Razi because he's the one designing this jersey. So
Yeah.
congrats to Aizat.
actually, who won the best jersey?
So this is AMSA and won the first place and second runner
Second.
FOMSA.
Yeah. Okay. There were actually a competition to choose our SAMSA jersey.
Yeah.
There were like around 7 submissions, right? So 7 designs, and this is the best one.
Got the most votes.
Yeah.
Congrats Aizat Razi.
Congratulations
Yeah, that's nice.
for the free jersey.
Yeah.
So going to Bersatu, Otago, right? Dunedin. Did you had the chance to take a look around Dunedin while you were there? You guys go jalan-jalan?
Well, for me, not really because I kind of like busy. I think every day I did I'm a volunteer for Bersatu, so every day I have like a volunteering job that I need to be in. So I don't really have a time to look around. I just I think like most of my housemates also, because we only like drove in and back, drove to and fro from our accommodation to the sports center. I think that's our.
We only work in Dunedin.
Yeah.
We don't look around the city. There's no time for
Not
that.
really. Yeah, I think like some of us did look around, but not for me and not for us.
Yeah.
What about you?
They have the time to look around, but funnily, when for me and my friends, when they are having games, okay, I would say me and Hafiz. Shout out to Hafiz, I'm saying your name
From
here. Me and Hafiz would like just hey, what do you guys want to eat? Let me and Hafiz would buy from you guys. So we would just go through into the Dunedin city just to find food.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for them, eat and looking the city. I mean, that's the way of how we would enjoy
Yeah.
during the Dunedin city during Bersatu by
Some-
buying food for them.
Sambil menyelam minum air, like people said, yeah.
That's true.
If you have to pick one best moment lah during Bersatu, what would it be?
I think for me it would be the dinner after the closing ceremony where all the Keas are like in front of the photo booth and taking pictures. I think that moment like very warms my heart because we actually calling everyone in our group chat. I mean like, oh, let's take photos together. Kias, everyone's there lah. Kias that during Bersatu. So I mean like, some of us were lining up, but we're not sure if everyone wants to take photo because like around 2 or 3 people only responded on the group chat. So we just line up. And when our turn came, we just go lah inside to the photo booth, and then suddenly like everyone came in, don't know out of nowhere, and we were like, oh, it's so cute. I think lah that's my best moment.
Yeah, one of the best
Yes.
moments. It's
Yes, back to Kias.
so cute because when everyone's there and everyone else's would like just take
I
our
mean, like,
picture
it's very
there.
heartwarming. Everyone's like very
Oh,
supportive.
wow.
Your best moment?
I would say during my match, during
Frisbee?
Frisbee, man. Yeah, so although there has been some issues there, but learning the fact that I got my teammate with me to go through all of those the matches, the tournaments with them. So it pushes me to go. How to say? I don't know how to put this in words because actually I'm the captain for Frisbee male team, and shout out to Shiro because she's one of the coach for Frisbee team as well. So she has been coaching us throughout the 10 weeks for Bersatu, and there's been sweat and tears. I will repeat tears because
No
no
blood.
blood. But we've been pushing ourselves to the limit to go through this together, and it's just heartwarming to see we've putting all of our efforts during the games, and I'm enjoying myself. It's hard to be a captain when you have other more experienced players than you, because for me I'm just a new. This is my first time being a captain in a sports team, so and I'm handling one of the players, experienced players. So for me this is the first time experiencing it. So by competing in the Bersatu competition and managed to receive a
Wow.
medal, so it's fun lah for me. So it's one of the memorable parts. Memories in Bersatu. Thank you Frisbee male team. Thank you Shiro. Thank you everyone.
Oh, talking about Shiro, she helped us too.
Yeah.
Our last minute coach during the Bersatu, during our
Yeah.
futsal women play lah.
Yeah.
We actually have one coach, and that is Taufik.
Yeah, it's the male futsal captain.
Yeah, male futsal captain. But then on the day, he was having his own match, so we don't have like any guidance during the play. So Shiro and Haziq, shout out to Haziq also. they were the one who taught us how to play. Oh yeah, I thought was the manager. I thought was our manager.
Suddenly.
Pointed by Taufik.
The two were game pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ganti Pak Taufik kan. So yeah, shout out to them.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Manager.
Yeah, it's already 57 minutes into the podcast,
Wow.
so yeah, we should end it up soon.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Anything?
So
Any last words?
we usually close the podcast with like shout outs to anybody and just a short message.
Not to your ex,
This is the show.
Oh.
Shout out.
Yeah, I think okay. So shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out, and also like I want to say like a very thank you to basically like to all Kias that has always been there for me since the start of journey back in Malaysia until now, and also to all SMSA committee members. Thank you for helping us and doing a very great job at actually holding SAMSA together. And thanks to my housemates, really. And yeah, and also to my family, yeah, and friends here. Thank you so much, and all the seniors that helped us since we're like trying to settle down here. Yeah, I think that's it. Like a very thank you, and I don't know how to thank you enough, but very thank you.
Alright. Last words.
That's words. I would say the same thing as her. But yeah, shout out to everyone who knows me. They're guiding me through thick and thin. Thank you so much, guys. Keas, thank you for everything. Halalkan makan minum. And thank you for my mom and my dad for always always be there when I need. To my housemates as well. Go New Hunters. Go Taufi. Go Yi. Go Chibi. Thank you for being there to me. Thank you for tahan with my character. I'm such a loud person, but thank you Nadira Haishak also
Yeah,
for
thank you.
handling this podcast.
Shut lah, shut.
Thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Samsa.
Thank you, UC.
Oh, thank you. You see business school.
Thank you
lagi.
UC Business School for the mini graduation. Woo! Good job. Okay, that's all. Yeah.
That's all.
Pretty much it.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for coming.
Thank you for having
Thank you,
us.
Shah, for organizing.
Thank you.
We usually have like beverage, but today we don't have.
No, that's
It's
right.
okay.
Yeah, Eddie, you wanna close the podcast?
Thank you guys for listening in, and you keep up with our next podcast. Marsha. So that's all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, I was thinking about doing like a Bersatu, post Bersatu podcast next. The
Oh.
sports officers.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe we can try.
That's, yeah,
That's nice.
let's go. Soon.
Hopefully we'll see that soon.
Thank you.
Keep an eye, yeah.
Bye, thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you next
Bye.
time.
See you next time.